Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to test the visual capabilities of OpenAI's GPT 4.1 mini. Specifically, we're going to find out if this lightweight model can accurately read filled-in multiple-choice bubbles on scanned answer sheets. So to find out, I've created a very simple Python tool. In this tool, we first generate the answer sheet, then fill them randomly, and then use the OpenAI's API to detect the answers. So let's see how well it performs. So first things first, let's take a look at the multiple choice generator. So this is a very simple setup. It's highly customizable. And what we've done here, we have used ReportLab to create a 40-question answer sheet. There are 20 questions per column, and each of them have 4 options, A through D. And the end result looks like this. So feel free to tweak this. I'm going to provide the link to this code at the bottom in the description, at the bottom of this video. And then once we have this, we also have answer generator. Answer generator basically sits on top of this code, and what it does, it just randomly assigns different answers to each of these options for different questions. It's just like a student would do, just to mimic that effect. So we have random int, right? 0 to 3, which is going to be A, B, C, D, right? And here we have 2 samples, right? And then we're going to do a very quick test. So let me run this one first. Let's take a look at this one. So in this test, we're just going to see how well the API does detecting just one question or one bubble at a time. So here, again, this is a very simple setup. You can later go through the code, make the necessary changes, customize it based on your own needs, or if you want to explore further, make any modifications. But here, so because our PDF currently contains 1 page, it's just going to show that page, right? And let's just see if it can do a good job of detecting the answer to question number 1, which based on the image here is letter D. All right, yeah, we got it right. So let's do another one. Let's do number 7. So as we can see here, the correct answer is B for 7, and voila, it got the correct answer. Let's do 35. Okay, so far so good. So what this code does is basically calls OpenAI's API, right? There's a very simple prompt, just, go through the questions, and when there's this question, look it up and return the answer, right? So that's all that this code does. This lightweight model has aced this part. Now let's take it up a notch and try out the version where it has to return all of the answers at once and check all of the questions. Let's see how well the model does. Okay, so for sample 1, I know because I have already corrected it manually myself, the score that we're expecting to see, the grade should be 40 out of 40, right? And as you can see, the model we were using here is GPT 4.1 mini, which is lightweight and very reasonably priced. So it is extremely cheap, to be honest, compared to other models. I've tried it out with O3, quite expensive. It does the same job, right? GPT 4.1, okay, still a little bit more expensive than 4.1 mini, but for the purpose of this experiment, I think 4.1 mini is not going to disappoint us and is going to do a really good job. So let's wait and find out. All right, we're halfway there. We're getting to the point. Okay, just a little bit further. It's taking its time, as we can see. All right. We're getting closer. Okay. And the moment of truth is almost there. So drum rolls. All right. Yes. Fantastic. So 40 out of 40. And as you can see, we're displaying the detected answers and the correct ones. And wonderful. It got everything right. You know, it did a really, really good job. And we can export it in Excel format. Now let's do another test just to make sure that everything is fine. So in this one, sample 2, again, I've corrected it manually before recording this video, and result should be 9 out of 40. So let's see if it can spot the correct answers or not. Okay, as you know, GPT-4.1 4.1 mini, is a cheap version, as I've already mentioned, and the test that we've already done, it shows that it's a viable option for lightweight image recognition tasks. Just a word of caution, do check how much it's going to cost you if you want to use it in production, right? And again, we're doing this tests with just one set of answers. We should see what happens if we push its limits, right? If, say, we ask it to correct 20 answer sheets at a time, right? If it's going to crash or if it's going to continue doing a great job like it's doing now. All right, now we're almost there for our, okay, that's wonderful, great. 9 out of 40. It did a wonderful job. So GPT 4.1 mini is really good at detecting bubble answers. A word of caution, so these bubbles are filled completely, so if you are running the test, try using a pencil maybe, or even a pen, and don't mark it completely. Maybe there should be some white spaces, just like a normal person would do in a normal test setting, right? We don't fill the whole bubble completely, right? So sometimes we delete one answer, and then there's going to be a faint mark, and then there will be one which is a bit darker. So if you are running the test, try those out and mention them in the comments. If you also get a great result or the model makes a few mistakes here and there. I suspect it might make mistakes, especially if so the erased option is a little bit not as faint as completely white as we can see here, right? But still, based on these simple tests, the model has done a wonderful job. So please make sure to check out the code, and if you have any comments, if you have any recommendations, or if you have done any tests yourself, please do let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to know about your experience using GPT 4.1 mini or any other model that you would like to test. These are, again, highly customizable. Go through the code. You can easily change everything and share your experience with all of us here. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.